Hey guys, Andy Flint here, back again for video number 3. Um, what I wanted to talk to you about today is, I suppose, who I am, and how I got involved with the product. I'll try and be as brief as possible, but you're about to get like a 10-year rundown really quickly here of my occupational history. So I'll start with I went to university. I went there to become a PE teacher, is what thought I wanted to do during my studies. Really fell in love with training myself, training other people. Found I was quite a motivational person, obviously enthusiastic as well. So gained a personal training qualification through my degree, and after my degree decided to follow that up a little bit more. Well, during my degree I was a personal trainer within the university gym, trained lots of athletes, mainly rugby league players, also just students that wanted to kind of stay fit. From there, went to quite a prestigious gym in central London in Kensington. At the time, it was called Holmes Place, and practiced personal training and carried on learning more about exercise and nutrition in that role. From there, an opportunity came up, one to either start my own PT studio with some of the other PTs that were in that place, or go and work for a sports club called Harlequins Rugby League, which was previously known as the London Broncos, and now known as the London Broncos. I chose to go down the sport route. Rugby league is one of my passions. I only started playing it when I was 19, but made some representative levels there for North West England and South England. So yeah, strength and conditioning, health and fitness, and rugby league were all my passions. So I kind of tied that into one occupation. I was working for London Broncos for 6 years as a community sports coach, development officer initially, but at the same time ran the strength and conditioning program for the academies. After about 2.5 years, moved into full-time strength and conditioning, working with the first team, and running the academies as well. That led to a few opportunities that opened doors up in Australasia for me. I worked with the Manly Sea Eagles when they came over for the World Club Challenge. I also worked with the Kiwis, the international squad, when they were playing for the Four Nations. And yeah, that kind of opened up doors for me to come and work in New Zealand. I spoke to the general manager of High Performance at the time. He said there's a potential role that I could apply for over in New Zealand, which I did and I got, which was the National Development Manager role for the game and trainer development. So I moved over to New Zealand. I really enjoyed the job. I loved the people I was working with, but kind of wanted to scratch that itch of strength and conditioning. It really was my passion, and I kind of missed it a lot from my time at London Broncos. A position with the Warriors came up with the Warriors Reserve grade. So I went and worked with the NRL club, the Warriors over here. That led to more opportunity for me working with the Junior Kiwis in 2013. And I went with the international squad as the strength and conditioning coach for the 2013 World Cup in the UK. So that all in the nutshell led to me becoming a prover, if you like, or working for Pruvit, and sharing this great product. There's a guy called Keegan Smith, who at the time when I was working for the London Broncos was the head S&C coach at the Catalan Dragons, which are the French team that compete in the Super League. Keegan and I had done some development courses together and got to know each other through that. And he came back over to Australasia while I was still in London, became the head strength and conditioning coach for the Sydney Roosters, took them to the grand final 2 years in a row. Very smart dude, got a great reputation, and it was him that introduced me to the product. And I asked him some questions. I knew that he was, I knew that he would have done his due diligence around the product. Someone like that has got a big reputation to lose if they're going to put themselves next to a product that's quite new. So I know that he would have done his research into it, and he told me that I should try the product, so I did. I asked them, what I need to do to get the product over here. I bought quite a lot of stock over so I could get some other people to try the product, which they did, and they also loved it too. So yeah, that's in a nutshell how I got involved in this. The reason why I'm telling you guys is because um, the product has so many credible people backing it and supporting it. Not just Keegan Smith, who's one of many exercise and health professionals that are taking the product and sharing the product. You've got the likes of Tim Ferriss, very, very well known author, um, uh, highly recommended to do with success, and wouldn't put his name next to anything that isn't legitimate and a really good product. You've got Dr. Dom Agostino, who's one of the leading researchers in ketosis, back in the product. Over here in New Zealand, you've got the guy leading the way in researching ketones and ketosis called Cliff Harvey. He's also back in the product, and so many other doctors and high-level health professionals are seeing the benefit in this product and backing it. So that's why I wanted to give you an idea about who I am and why I got involved. Um, Once you have a try of the product and take it for yourself, it sells itself just because of how you feel on it. So one thing I want to tell people to do is just try it. There's so many people across the world now are giving out 5-day samples for a very affordable price. I'd recommend a 10-day just so you can really feel the benefit over a longer period of time. But get out there, get the sachets, pour in a cup, mix it up, drink it, and feel great.